Welcome back to Learn to Design on a Mobile Device with Onshape. My name is Christian Stark, and in this clip we will use our previously created sketch to create our first 3D part. In the previous clip I introduced various 3D tools available to deposit and remove material in the modeling space. In this clip we will use the Extrude New tool to create the initial 3D part from our sketch. So let's tap the Extrude tool to open the dialog. The default selected operation is to create a solid. The resulting body type is new, which we'll leave as is. The blue highlight in the dialog indicates that we now need to select faces and sketch regions to extrude. Once I tap the face, it will immediately extrude and preview the resulting part. We change the end type from blind to symmetric, since I want the part to be symmetric to the top plane. By default, 25 mm was set for the depth, which I changed to 14 mm. Once I click the checkbox, the part is created. Now in the next step, we want to create the 3 tabs on the top and the 2 tabs on the bottom of our part. For that, I select this side face and switch into sketch mode. I use the 2-finger tab context menu to rotate the view normal to that face. Next, we need to create the rectangles, which we will use with the Extrude Remove operation to remove the material from the part. For that purpose, we will insert a few construction lines with the Use tool. This operation is very useful since it allows you to create sketch entities by projecting them from the underlying part in sketch geometry. Sketch entities created that way will also change when the underlying part is being changed. I want to create the construction line from these 2 lines, and I will mirror the top line on the middle line to insert the 3rd construction line we need. Next, we actually create the rectangles using the construction lines as reference points. On the top we want to have 3 prongs, so we need 3 rectangles to remove the material. One efficient way to create these is to use a center point rectangle tool to create the middle one. I select the center point and place the corner on the top construction line. Then I switch to the regular rectangle tool and select the top left corner point and drag open the rectangle and place the other corner on the bottom construction line. Next, we dimension the width of these rectangles by selecting the Dimension tool and select the top 2 points of the middle rectangle. Since the part is 14 mm wide and I will need 5 rectangles, I enter 14 divided by 5 in the dimension box. The result is a 2.8 mm wide rectangle. I do the same thing for the rectangle but enter 2.8 mm for the width. To create the rectangle, I will mirror the left one against the vertical center line. I select the Mirror tool, then select the mirror line, and then use the Area selector by holding a 2-finger tab and drag the box to position it. I confirm the selection by tabbing the green check mark at the bottom of the screen, and my rectangle is mirrored to the right. To mirror the top 4 vertical lines from the rectangles to the bottom, I first need to create a construction line through the origin. Again, I tab and drag from the origin to get my yellow automatic reference line and drag to the right to set the start point. Then I tab and drag on the left until the horizontal line also shows yellow dashes and snaps to the origin. Next, I select the Mirror tool and then select the horizontal construction line we just created, and now again use the Area selector, which I activate with a 2-finger tab and drag. When I confirm the selection, the lines are mirrored and appear on the bottom. Lastly, I close the 2 rectangles by adding the 4 horizontal lines. We now have all the rectangles in this sketch we need to remove the material to create the 3 top and the 2 bottom tabs of our GoPro connector. So let's tab the Extrude tool and select the previous sketch we created. By default, the Extrude tool will add 25 mm of material using the sketch faces. Let's select the Remove option and our 5 tabs appear. In the Extrude dialog, you'll see a slider which allows you to specify how much of the original part or the modified one you can see, allowing you to preview the result before you actually commit the extrude. The final step in this clip is to round a bunch of the edges on our part using the fillet command. In the dialog, I specify the fillet radius of 0.5 millimeter and then select the faces and edges I want to fillet. I start with the faces of our two tabs on top by selecting the inside and outside surfaces. Next, I select all the inside surfaces of the 3 tabs at the bottom and then select the whole edge on the outside faces, since I only want to fillet the tabs and not the entire part. Our part is now looking pretty close to the real thing.